Take a peek into Deja Brew, a local cafe located at 101 West 4th Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, that'll truly keep you coming back for more, whether you're a local Lehigh student, Bethlehem community member, or a visitor from out of town.
Deja Brew opened in May of 1995, and so that means we're here almost 17 years. Next May will be 17 years. This May will be 17 years. You'd be amazed how fast 17 years goes. Flies by. We'll find out that someday. I guess the original idea was that we were going to be a coffee house because that was the big thing in the mid-90s, and we decided, I guess, prior to opening that we needed to have something more than coffee in order to survive, so we decided to have a deli menu, and good thing we did because lunches are by far our biggest part of the day. Biggest part of the week is lunch every day. So that was a good decision. And yeah, we've been doing it ever since. We've had a lot of success with Lehigh, with a lot of faculty, staff, students over the years. We've gotten to know a lot of people over the years in all three of those areas. A lot of people who've worked for us have been students that we've kept in touch with over the years and become friends with.
So I've been coming to Deja Brew for 4 years now. I've been at Lehigh for 5 years, and it's consistently been one of my favorite restaurants around here. The owner's son is always running around playing with his toys, and like he said in his interview, his mother-in-law sleeping on the couch. It's a really nice place and really homey, and you just feel welcome when you come in. Very creative menu, a lot of good food, fresh ingredients, and good drinks, and just always somebody to talk to in here. You usually see a professor or a friend you know. And they have good hours, they're open all the time, and good coffee to help you stay up late when you're doing a homework assignment. And I pretty much get the same sandwich every time I come here. I get the Bungalow Bill sandwich with extra chicken every time I come here, and they know what I want before I get to the counter every time. They're really nice people, family-owned business. They don't seem to be going anywhere, so I look forward to coming here whenever I come back to visit Lehigh. And a lot of my friends like it here, so we come here together in groups and stuff. And yeah, so it's a really good restaurant. I suggest everybody comes to it.
I started coming here my freshman year, second semester. I don't know. There's a coffee shop I go to in my hometown frequently, and when I first came here, I didn't really have any analog to that or anything I could really compare it to. And then I found this place, and I've been here almost every day since I've been here. Like I come pretty much every day. For a while at the beginning of the year, I was going down to Horns, but not so much for coffee as for food. And then I really couldn't afford that anymore. I don't really buy too much other than coffee at coffee shops like this. Occasionally I'll get a sandwich, but most of the time I just get coffee.
My son has grown up here. He's 7 now. He literally grew up here. He was kind of in the back corner on the changing table when he was a couple months old, and has been here ever since. So he terrorized people for a few years when he was a little kid, and then he went to school, and he's not quite such a terror anymore. So that's been cool to have him grow up here and get to know students and faculty, and he's friends with faculty at Lehigh, which is kind of cool. He knows a lot of students from over the years, which is also very cool. And that's also made him a lot more outgoing, a lot more social, more well-rounded than a lot of his contemporaries in first grade, I think. He's been around adults and learned adults for a long time, ever since he was a little kid, so that's kind of cool. We also do a film festival, which started here with a Lehigh grad and a couple of Lehigh profs and some small business owners. We started it out of here, and this will be our 9th year this summer. So a lot of the decor on the front half of the place is dominated by Film Fest stuff, and the ceiling is a logo. So that's one little thing that's changed over the years, is that a lot of the decor has become Film Fest oriented. We also have a lot of original art on the walls, the original art, most of which is done by John, who does our cooking here. A really good local artist. He goes by the name of Anti-John. coffee tables and a lot of the stuff you see on the walls, both painted right on the wall and stuff that's hanging on the walls. So that's also very cool to have Brady grow up in that kind of atmosphere where there's a lot of art going on and music in the area and a lot of galleries very close by. So it's been kind of ideal. It's kind of our home because we literally live here. We own the building. We live on the 3rd floor. We rent out the 2nd floor usually to students. This is kind of like our first floor of our home. Basically, the sun is more like a home than a business. My mother-in-law is usually sleeping over on the couch. Probably doing right now, folding laundry and things like that. So when we say we make it a homey atmosphere, we're kind of literally making it a homey atmosphere. And we like to do special things like our cherry bomb drink, which in January and February we do $1 from every drink goes to Vagina Monologues at Lehigh, so that's always fun. We sell a lot of those this time of year. We invented a Dolly Latte drink when the Dolly Llama came a couple of years ago, and that's been very popular and still sells really well, even though it hasn't been here for a couple of years. We add different sandwiches over the years and name them movies and sports figures and local people and things like that. So that's kind of fun. There's a certain group of faculty who come in only in the summertime. I think they try to avoid students. And when there's break, they appear and they're like kind of like clockwork. They're here when there's no students around. And summertime is really it's not. It's a little bit slower. We cut our hours a little bit. But, there's different things. There's a lot of groups who come on campus during the summer, like Global Village and Governor's School, and we get a lot of that business. We usually get a lot of business from Eagles Camp in August for a couple of weeks. We get a lot of the writers who come in, who've been coming in for years now, 15, 16 years, we've gotten to know really well. And an occasional player, more so we see a retired player or two. We get a lot of writers, and some of the national writers, like Peter King from Sports Illustrated, comes in almost every year when he's at camp. He didn't make it this past year because he was in a real hurry. But usually writes us up in his column on SI.com, which is very cool. And tons of people see that, and people come in throughout the year and say, "Oh, I read about you on Peter King." So that's always very cool. And it's nice to get to know kind of a national sports guy, who's on TV every week, and you get to say, "Brady, look, it's our buddy Peter King." So that's kind of cool. So and he's a great guy, a really, really nice guy. So it's been a lot of fun.